Hey guys, welcome to another 15-minute Friday. Glad you checked out episode 2. Got Ashton Higgins. Talks about what it's like to be the kid of a guy that owns a racetrack. Talks about some of his plans. We did a lightning round this week. Asked some different questions, see what we can get you to find out about a driver that maybe you didn't know. Give us a listen. Let us know what you think. Drop it in the comments below and keep checking on our social. We're doing all kind of great stuff. Let us know what you think. Appreciate it. Welcome back. This is episode 2 with Ashton Higgins of the 15-Minute Fridays. I'm glad to have him be here. Glad he could make the drive. He got some snow up there and had trouble kind of getting out, so glad to have him. And we're going to just start jumping right into it. This is something that we're going to do on Fridays to try to give you a short glimpse into what people have to say. We don't want to make it too long, but we want you to get to know Ashton better, and maybe we could bring some value to him. Maybe you can find a little sponsorship through this, or you're just somebody to root for better at your racetrack. So let's get into it. Thanks for coming, bud.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you've been here. This is the second time. I still have episode 1 in my computer somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but something happened where I didn't post it, so I don't know. Let's get right into it. People don't want to hear me banter. They just want to hear from you. Tell us about your 2021 plans. What are you going to do?
We're hoping to run the full Southeast still. We ended up getting a truck, and we're gonna run the limited car that we got from you guys, and probably gonna hit up some late model stuff, and trying to get some other stuff in the works. But other than that, we're just gonna hit some late model stuff, run the truck deal, truck and car.
Where are you thinking about racing?
We mentioned Kingsport.
Yeah.
You know, we went down there last
year. Yeah, you
year.
ran there last year, yeah.
And liked it pretty good. You know, we got really close.
Yeah, you did.
I feel like we had 1-1 down there, and ended up getting wrecked.
Yeah.
With a lap car.
That was a front clip, I think, that time, right?
Front and rear.
Was it? Yeah, I remember. It was pretty big.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
That's it. I remember I got some of your dad's money that day. I was pretty happy about that.
And I got a new race car out of it.
You did. That thing looked nice when it left. I remember we worked the front end on that thing pretty hard. What give us a little insight into we see GMS on a lot of your stuff, and I see you've been kind of, representing their brand, I guess, if that's the way you want to say it. What does that entail? Where are you at with it?
Really, we're just trying to build a relationship. You know, I feel like that's a lot of the problem today with racing. You know, people say, "Oh, I don't have enough money to do this, and I don't have enough money to do that."
Sure.
But really, it's all about the relationships you have with people. If you have good sponsorship relations or good relations with people that own race teams, I mean, you're kind of
definitely good, right? Definitely good. What I know something I want to touch on. I'm sure you get asked all the time, and I'm sure it kind of becomes difficult for you. But talk to me a little bit about having your parents own, or be a part of Tri-County Speedway. I'm sure that a lot of people think, man, I'd love it if my family was involved with the racetrack. I could test. I could do all these things that I like to do all the time, and it wouldn't cost me any money. But give us a little insight of what it's actually like. I don't think it's quite that roses and rainbows, is it?
No, not at all. It takes a lot of time away from working on race cars in the race shop. I think there was a couple times, probably 3 or 4 times, where Dad had to miss a couple of my races and just sent me and Chris Worley on our way and said, "Look, I gotta go do this."
Sure.
Sorry, but I think I've tested there 1 time since we've had it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's work, and people don't see the backside of it, the hidden side. That it's so much work all the time, and people say, "Oh, he can race there when he wants to, and he can do this,
free tires and all kind of things." Yeah.
But Dad and everybody that pitched in on it sat me down and said, "Look, we know that you love this racetrack, but you can't race here anymore because it's a conflict of interest.
Sure.
If you're running 15th every week people are still going to complain, oh, he had better tires or he had a better motor. So we just decided, it'd be better off if I just didn't race there unless it was with a touring series.
You have one pretty decent group of people around you, and I shouldn't say one. You have a large group of great people surrounding you. But tell us about the gun guy that's involved with your program. I've talked to you about it multiple times. He does a great job helping you guys out.
Yeah, he started helping me actually when I started in Bandolero racing.
What's the name of it?
Big Ivy Guns.
Big Ivy Guns.
They started small, and they just keep growing and growing and growing. But when he started sponsoring me when I was running Bandos, it was actually one of his other businesses, Procon. It's like a staffing company. And pretty much anything I've been in after that, he's had a business on. So, he helps us out a ton. He's done a ton for me, and, I can't thank him enough. I probably wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for him.
I've tried to ask the young people that have come what they find to be the biggest struggle keeping them from becoming a cup star. Is it? Many have just strictly brought it to money, and others have given different things as time. And what are some of your big struggles with you guys have kind of a family-owned team, right? Everybody pitches in and tries to do everything that they can do, and your dad and I kind of preset you up because your dad and I had talked multiple times about he's conflicted that he can't go to the racetrack with you sometimes when Tri-County is racing, and I'm appreciative for him racing Tri-County so that our customer base has some place to race. But for your particular program, for Ashton Higgins Racing, what is the biggest rope that hill you guys have to climb?
I could just say it's because the money.
Yeah.
We don't have money, but at the same time, I feel like I need to build relationships with sponsors and new sponsors.
Sure.
At the same time to put me to that level.
Have you found one thing that you think works really well that you've had success with that you can share with people because you've done a great job of achieving some help from outside, and I think that should be praised, and we should, what are some of the things you do to support those guys?
A lot of times, probably depending on the sponsor size, 3 or 4 times a year, I'll go out there and take a car and set it out, and they'll have an event. And I think 4th of July last year, we took the truck out there and set it out and had an event with them and signed and all sorts of stuff. But really, it's just building a relationship with them, getting to know them, and knowing them as a person and not
dinners,
just a sponsor.
phone calls. Take us through it. Phone calls.
Phone calls and staying in contact.
Asking what they need, how you can help them, or
yeah, that's one of my things I do when I sit down with a sponsor. I say, look, you're going to benefit me, but I want to know what I can do to benefit you as well, because this is a two-way
road.
Sure,
right?
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. I want to make it to the point where, and I don't think I'll ever be able to get it completely there, but if I can make a little difference every time, we gotta make it to where it doesn't, money isn't the number one thing, right? Like, money isn't the number one thing whether you make it to the major leagues or you don't, right? And in our sport, it seems to be a big drawback. So I like to try to ask as many young people that I see having a little bit of success how they did it. What about you? Got siblings?
I got a little sister.
What does she think of the racing thing?
She's so on it. She's more of a ball player than she is a racetrack.
Understand.
But she puts up with it. She takes a lot of time out of doing what she wants to support me and do what I want, and so does everybody else that's involved. But it's really a good deal, though. I just can't thank everybody that's involved enough. They take so much time out just to go, help me at the racetrack. But it's just cool how everything comes together.
Let's just say it's the middle of July, and there's no race that you can go to. Where do we find Ashton? Where do we find him on a Saturday in the middle of race season? But the races are all canceled. Where are you going? Where are we gonna find you? We're gonna find you fishing. Where are we gonna find you hunting? Where are we gonna find you?
Probably fishing or at the race shop doing something.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's probably tribute to some of your success. Having just that dedication to grind.
Yeah, it's a lot of time. People don't see it. They say, "Oh, he's doing this and doing that," but we're at the shop 7 days a week working on those things.
Right.
What can we do here? What can we do there?
Sure.
Where can we make this better? Where can we do this? Where can we do that? But I think that's helped a lot. And I've always said it, races are won in the shop. You don't show up at the racetrack and throw something together and go win.
I completely agree. something that we're gonna do that I changed up from last week is I want to do kind of like a lightning round where we ask a few questions to each guest and we get their feedback on it. So let's jump right into it. Are you AR or 5-star guy?
Well, we have both, but I
Both.
feel like I like them both about the same. You know, they both have their perks and their negatives.
It's nice. Are you an old body or a new body?
Right now, we've got old bodies.
Old
but
bodies.
We're putting a new truck together, and it's
Yeah.
got a new body on it. So
Imagine you'll start to transition them cars over to new bodies too at some point, right?
yeah, at some point, getting there.
You, I know the answer to some of these, but I don't think the rest of the world does. Coilover or big spring guy?
I'm more of a coilover.
More of a coilover guy. Why?
I don't know. I feel like they settle down like earlier and they stay down. I've drove a big spring car a handful of times, and I don't know if it was just what we had in it, because the times I've drove them, it's been like here's a car a week beforehand.
Go after it.
Go drive this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just never really thought that I could get that feel I liked out of a big spring car, and I feel like coilover is more consistent also. With the gale force and everything, you can keep your load numbers about the same.
Yeah, I agree. That's something I pass along to a lot of customers. I traditionally been a big spring guy, but have slowly kind of crossed over to definitely the coilover with all the advancements of the gale force machines and the just the different measuring tools that you could use. I think it's really hard to beat.
Yeah, there's so much stuff you can do with those things now. It's just wild, and it's kind of limited with the big spring cars.
For sure. What trips your trigger more, big tracks or short tracks? I mean, are you down to go to Rockingham, or are you like the Kingsport, right? That's a short little bull ring where everybody bangs it in.
I mean, yeah, I like them all, but I'm more of the little bitty Anderson and small Kingsport kind of guy. I feel like it takes a little more, personally, I feel like it takes more just driver control.
Sure.
You can't, Rockingham, you can drive off in the corner and just stab it.
Right.
Somewhere like Kingsport, you're got to roll into it, because you're pulling 6-something points a gear.
Yeah, I mean it's more of a momentum type deal as opposed to like Anderson or Kingsport, either one.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I'm more of a smaller track guy.
I could see that. I could see
tracks.
that. What? Let's talk about PFC or Brembo or whatever. What kind of brakes do you prefer?
We got Willwood calipers, but we run PFC pads.
PFC pads. A lot of people PFC. It seems like PFC Brembo, just the people we've been polling, kind of about 50-50. Maybe a little bit higher PFC than Brembo, but definitely a split there. Ford or Chevy?
Chevrolet.
Definitely a Chevy guy.
Oh.
Ford kind of has seen its deal, right? They got a little bit of help, but it doesn't seem like it's coming all the way back. That looks like the Harrington motor is probably going to be tough to beat again.
Yeah. I've always liked the Harrington more than the Ford, but I mean, I feel like that's a lot of personal preferences.
Yeah. I some crew chiefs would disagree with you, but that's just it, right? Like, I love this sport just because it's all trivial, and we can believe what we want to believe. Tell us about your biggest wreck. Biggest wreck. Where was it? What happened?
Probably Orlando Speed World and Legend Car.
Really?
Yeah, me and I think we were racing for the lead and ended up wrecking. And we were both coming from the back, and I was passing on the outside into 3. And Orlando's really fast in
It is
Legend Car.
fast.
And going off into 3, I was rolling the top, and somebody dive bombed him 3 wide, and we wheel hopped, and I caught the barrier from mid-hair.
Oh no!
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Wow. Yeah, those are brutal. Especially them Legend cars haul it too, right? Just all that power, no weight.
No tire.
No tire. It's awesome. It's awesome. And things get airborne pretty easy too. So I imagine that was huge.
Yeah, it was big. It was one of those where you look up and you're like, whoa, where am I?
What just happened? Dude, what's your hidden talent? You got a hidden talent we don't know about? What do you got? Nothing?
Not really.
You don't do nothing?
I just mess with race cars all day.
That's it? That's your hidden talent?
Fish
You
a
got
lot.
nothing? You can't like cross your eyes or flip one ear or something goofy? Yeah, you don't sing in the shower, nothing crazy. We got another one because we're a bunch of nerds around here. You got a favorite superhero?
Probably Captain America.
Nice, that's a good call, Captain America. We're nerds around here, just so you know. So we do our interest in superheroes. And for our last question for the lightning round, what do you like on your pizza? If you could have one thing on your pizza, what are you? Pepperoni guy?
I'm more of a meat lovers dude. But have you tried
Awesome.
the barbecue chicken bacon pizzas?
No, I haven't.
Those are really good.
Really?
You need to
Where'd you
try
get that
those.
from?
Papa John's.
There you go. Papa John's, that's awesome. Dude, I appreciate you coming. Everybody's laughing at me. We had a legendary Dean Combs in here, just in case you guys didn't know. He was the guy walking around in the back. That guy's got more cup wins than most people have ever been to races. He's worked for some legendary people. Really thankful to have those guys still come around and drop their knowledge on us from time to time. Well, we got just a couple seconds left. Is there anything you want to tell them before we let it go on this second 15-minute Friday?
I just want to thank everybody that's involved. My mom and dad and Chris Worley, they sacrificed a lot for me. And
You guys beat on Chris Worley pretty hard too. That's what's awesome, right? Like, he keeps coming back for more. I figured one of these times he would.
yeah, he stays around. He helps. He's in the shop, 7 days a week,
Yeah.
just as much as we are. If we're there, he's there, and sometimes when we're not there, he's there. But just want to really thank them and everybody that's helped over the years. Not just this year, over the years.
For sure. Takes
got
a
me
long
here,
time.
But that's about all I got.
Well, go check him out. Come down and see him in the pits at Anderson, at Kingsport, or maybe we can slide him into doing a Cars Tour race. Or we know he said he's going to do some truck races. If you see him around at the racetrack, give him a shout. Hit him up on social media. He's got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Are you a TikToker?
Yeah, I'm on there.
There you go. Right, like, so hit him up wherever. Maybe if there's something you can help him out, or if you just think he's a decent kid, shoot him some love. See what we can do to try to help him out. Once again, this is our second, number 2, 15-minute Friday. Hope you guys liked it. Let us know if anybody you want to hear from. We got a bunch of guys lined up. But if there's somebody you guys would like to hear from, drop it in the comments below. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks.